Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Herder Show. I'm Nick.
I'm Rich.
And today, we're going to have a special discussion.
Yeah.
Over a beer.
Over beer.
Real quick, we should mention once again that we are drinking from the Rivertown Brewery in Lockland, Ohio. What are we drinking?
Roebling Vanilla Espresso Imperial Porter.
Can you hear the word Imperial and not think Star Wars?
Nope.
It's pretty good. It's been good all week.
Yeah.
It's one of the few beers that can stay good when you leave it open for 5 straight days.
Yeah.
Alright, so today, let's talk about something. There's something we've been wanting to actually have this conversation for a while. And I think if we had it, when we originally were thinking about it, I might have had a different opinion on it.
Really?
But we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about trophies and achievements on video games. For those who don't know, the PlayStation and Xbox both have a trophy and achievement system. Trophies for PlayStation, achievements for Xbox. Developers can put certain, things in the game, certain achievable goals or tasks. Some are really, kind of straightforward, like, get through the whole game without dying. Or some can be a little more difficult, like get a 100 hit combo, or kill 200 people with a certain weapon, things like that.
Or do a flip for no reason.
Yeah, like
it could be anything.
Yeah. Some people are really into it and kind of live and die by these trophies and achievements. Some people don't really care and kind of ignore them. So we've talked about having this discussion. We've never actually had the discussion, even off camera, about this. So I'm really curious to hear kind of where this goes.
So for the most part, for most of my life, and even still pretty much today, I don't care.
Okay.
For me, it's about like playing the game, beating it in my way. That's kind of the beauty of a game is you do it how you want to do it. You do it in the amount of time you want to do it. You get committed or you don't get committed. Whatever it is, it's an experience that you have that is unique to anyone else. And for me, in a lot of ways, like I'd sometimes, some of my favorite games, I'd look at the trophy list or the achievement list and I'd be like, you know what, if I do everything that they're asking me to, then I'm having, in some ways, the exact same experience as so many other people.
Okay.
And I was kind of like, I don't need to do that. And a lot of times, and additionally, I would beat a game, and then I'd go, I could sink in another 1 hour, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, however long it's going to take me to do all this shit. Or I could move on to another game, because I have a million games I want to play.
Sure.
And there's so many games. And so usually I just move on. But, recently, and I don't really know what spurred it, I've kind of been like, you know what, I want to do things, I want to do it all. I want to get some of these trophies. And to the point where some of the times, like when I got an Xbox One and a PS4, I changed my gamer tag, or, whatever you want to call it.
For both of them, or?
For both of them. I changed it from what I had been in the PS3 and what I'd been on the 360. Because I wanted to, before it was the name of what I used to do, and now I just wanted to be Ash Stonks. That's what some of my closer friends call me, and I was like, I'm just going to be that. So I lost a lot of that stuff that I had, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like, maybe I shouldn't have lost my gamer score on Xbox, or maybe, I could have had some of these trophies of these games that I, completed on PS3. But it didn't mean anything to me when I did it. Now, I've been playing some games, like I talked a couple weeks ago, Hitman Go, I've been trying to get every single trophy in that. And now I'm just like 8 levels away from having the platinum. Very close if you play the game. And I think it means more. Like now I'm starting to think like games that come out on both systems, like I feel like I'm skewing more towards getting the trophies than I am like the achievements. So I'm like, maybe I'll just get that on PlayStation so I can just get the trophies. But what about you? Where do you stand on this? Does it matter to you?
It does, and it does. Like, there was a long period of time where I really didn't, kind of like you, like I didn't care. And I got into PS3 kind of late in the game. My Xbox 360 was never hooked up online. So like it was never like, I'm looking at, like I never cared about any achievement. Like I've never cared at all about the achievements on Xbox. That's just, because I didn't play a whole lot of games on Xbox other than like Gears and Halo. Kind of the staples for Xbox. And then, like, towards the end of PlayStation's life cycle, like, PS3's life cycle, I started, like, noticing them more, and I was like, let me look at the platinum for this, or the trophies for this, or should I get this? And I was like, okay, well, I started getting into it more and more, and then, once PS4, I got a lot more into it. Like, there's games like Fallout 4, like, I still want to go back and platinum it, and I'm like, and there's certain games that I will, and there's certain games that I won't. Like Fallout 4, it's hitting a certain level. It's they're all doable.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you look at stuff like
Witness.
Oh, Witness. I'm close to. I'm like 2 trophies away on the Witness, which is still a huge chunk. But like something like Uncharted or The Last of Us, those platinums, and it's like, well, here's this other multiplayer stuff you have to do, and here's which if there's multiplayer trophies, online trophies, I don't even bother with it. I don't bother trying to get the platinum for it. But or go back and kill, just like I said before, 200 people with this weapon or this many people with this weapon. I'm like, I don't. It's harder for me with big story-driven games like that to want to go back.
Yeah, if you miss something, you gotta like almost go through the whole game again.
Go through the game. I think it's like like Uncharted, you can hit level by level to go back and scoop up the platinum. But I don't. Like once I've played through a story-driven game like that, I don't necessarily that was my story. I don't necessarily want to go back and do that. Like it's different from like Fallout where it's so open and I'm like I can do anything I want and I'm going to make my own story, and if I want to take 20 hours out of the time to go and get these trophies, I can go ahead and do that.
Well, you famously, at the start of this whole run of Nerd Herder Show, gave me The Last of Us to play or play it. And it took me like 20 episodes, and I went through it at my own pace. And I beat the whole game. I feel like I was constantly, anytime that it looked like there was something I could go get something, I was doing it, I was going all around. And like, I beat the game, and then I was looking, at the trophy list, and I'm like 4% done.
Yep.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that still pisses. Because I remember that the same thing happened to me, and I was like, I looked at it, and I was done, and I was like, what?
Yeah. What more could I have gotten? I feel like I got every single like pendant.
There's a lot of stuff in that game. But yeah, that's a game where I won't go back and even bother. But then there's games like I like.
But then there's cheap ones, right? Like you haven't played Firewatch yet.
No.
Firewatch, played through the game. It has 3 trophies. You get a platinum. Like,
there's a platinum on Firewatch?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, I think. Pretty sure I have platinum for it. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, there's like 3 trophies in it. Like
well, that's one
and
where
you do nothing to get them.
Yeah,
you just get to the next chapter.
Yeah. Well, like
that's stupid. That's cheap.
I play a lot of rhythm games, and those
I don't.
You don't. But those, having trophies and stuff can help shape and kind of guide my playing of the game. We're like, okay, if you play through a game, I've played all the songs, great. What else can I do? I spent $30 on this game. Oh, cool. Well, now there's this achievement for, getting all the games on hard, or unlocking all of this thing and that thing and that thing. So I'm like, okay, well now I can, it's something for me to, if I'm on a go, like I'll play a lot of stuff on Vita, and I'm like, on the go, like I can chip at this platinum, and I have some direction on something like that where there may not normally be one. But yeah, there's definitely been more recently where I'm like, oh man, I could probably get the platinum for that, or that seems doable. I'll go ahead and like Until Dawn. Like I kind of looked at the trophy list and was like, okay, I could do that stuff. I gotta play. I go through. I think it's PlayStationTrophies.org is like the big trophy guide online where they'll have people who have full like trophy guides. Where it's like, okay, if you want to hit this, you got to do all these things. If you want to do this, here's all the missable trophies in the game. Here's
I'll have to check that
how
out.
many playthroughs it's going to take if you want to just. Sometimes they'll give you like a trophy roadmap. Like there's one for Until Dawn, which I don't really want to read because I'd like to experience the story. That's one that's quick enough where I don't mind going back and scooping up the trophies.
Sure.
But at the same time, I don't want to necessarily start off that way. Like I still want to experience the game at my own pace.
Right.
Life is Strange is one that I did use a little bit of a trophy guide for, because there's a lot of the trophies are like taking these hidden photos in the game. So one of the things in the mechanics is you've got like a journal, which is really cool. Like you can go through it. It has like all these diary entries and it has these like photographs. And as you find these photographs in the game, it fills in those pictures. So it has little scribbles of like what the picture could be, and then you have to find that in the environment as you go through the level. So that's one that I was like, if I miss one of these, I'm not going to go back and play this. I really don't want to miss this trophy.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, I like them. I'm not really competing for them, like with anybody for them or not. But it's kind of a cool thing to look back and be like, oh yeah, like I loved this game so much, and I put this many hours into this game, and I did everything that the developers really wanted me to do in this game.
Yeah, totally. Like I'm also right now I'm still trying to complete Hitman Go, and I'm also playing Lego Avengers. Lego Avengers, I decided like the odds of me 100%ing this game on my first playthrough, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I want to move on to something else when I'm done with it. It's not gonna it's just not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So like I already decided on that game. You know what? I'm probably out on this for a long time. I'm not that one I'm playing on Xbox One. I'm not gonna fulfill everything. But game by game basis, like sure, like I know, like pretty soon I'm gonna dive into The Witcher 3. I'm not even gonna bother trying to play it.
No. That was one that like I finally started it and I was like, let me look at it. No, there's so much in this game. I know I'm never gonna get past it.
And that's fine.
But like Lego Dimensions,
I'm fine with that. Some people could not put it in and not try.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
Well, like I was thinking about doing it for Mad Max because I was already kind of going through the world and trying to find every little thing that I could. But then there's like these extra races and building these cars and all this other stuff, and I'm like, that's extra side stuff that doesn't sound fun. And I'm like, I'm not gonna put that much time into it if I really don't.
Yeah, same thing with Arkham. I'm not going to do every underground race.
All those Riddler trophies
all the Riddler
and
stuff. Like, forget it. Like, that's not the point of that game for me. It is for some people.
Yeah,
not for me.
Sure. There was another game that was Lego Dimensions. Like that was one. Like I looked at the trophy list for that, and I was like, that's actually it's not that bad. Like you don't have to find all the gold bricks. You don't have to find all the red bricks. Things like that. Like you have to find a certain percentage of them. And I'm like, okay, like I can do that stuff's easy. Like, you could platinum that game without 100%ing that game.
Do you think that should be a thing? Should you be able to platinum a game without being able to 100%?
No, I see your point. I don't know.
It makes sense, because it's an ever-evolving game
in
some ways. And you gotta spend money to do it.
Yeah.
Can you platinum it without buying the other stuff?
Yes, you can platinum it.
See, that seems kind of fair.
Mm-hmm. Because, I think there's gold bricks you have to get. It's like you have to find like 30 or 40 gold bricks to get the trophy for it. But with everything, there's like right now 480 gold bricks in the game.
That's crazy.
And with like half the different hub worlds have 30 or so gold bricks in them. So but like you have to buy the Ghostbusters pack to get access to the Ghostbusters.
Goldbergs?
No Goldbergs.
Not one, not even Whoopi.
Not Whoopi. Not even Whoopi. TT Games work on that. Get Whoopi Goldberg in the game.
How about Oprah? They're the same person.
Yeah, according to Total Beauty. Tweet at Total Beauty and let them know that Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey are not the same person.
One of those.
I tweeted at them that night.
Did you?
Yeah, because when Whoopi Goldberg came on stage, I was like, oh, it's Oprah. Oh, wait a second. No, it's Whoopi Goldberg. Sorry, at Total Beauty.
Aye. Cool.
Yeah.
So, where we kind of fall on it is...
We like them, but we're not... We're not
obsessive about
it. There's some games I'll get obsessive about them, but those are the ones where I'm like, I can actually conceivably do this.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now about Hitman Go. Like, I started realizing that like I was playing through each little level and trying to get all 3 stamps anyway, so it seemed doable.
Well, and then that's what almost leads me to play some more PlayStation games and go to my Wii U. Which there's games on my Wii U that I love and my 3DS.
I was thinking the same thing.
And
I hope that the NX has.
I really do too, and it's this weird thing to ask, but I would go through 100% certain games, or I was doing Yoshi's Woolly World, and I was finding every single thing, and I'm like,
some of those games are perfect for it.
I'm like,
I got everything in Super Mario 3D Land.
Yeah. And there's just something about that little ping that comes up that you got this trophy that you're like, wow, cool, I'm making progress, as opposed to back when we were young, it was like just having the game, beating the game, and finding everything was enough. I don't know.
I really hope that
it's something I'm enjoying about the PS4 versus the Wii U. I hope the NX has some kind of achievement system.
Me too.
Because it's also about being part of that ecosystem.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you said, I'd rather play this game on my PlayStation because I want the trophy versus
no
the
reason for them not to do it, especially when. It is kind of an added thing that third-party developers have to figure out and think of stuff. For the most part, if the NX stays how the Wii U and 3DS have been, it's almost only first party. It would be even easier for them to do.
Yeah, hopefully things pick up for that, but that's a discussion for another day.
Yes. But that was our discussion.
Yeah.
About trophies. How do you feel about them?
Let us know. You can tweet at me at Rich Belson.
I'm Matt Stonks.
The channel's at OABeer_official, and you can email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/overabeer, and on Instagram now as well at over_a_beer, where you can find previews and behind-the-scenes photos and all kinds of weird things that we're doing. Nerdy updates, beer updates.
How weird.
Collectible updates. Pretty weird.
Find out.
Weird drawings that he does.
Yeah,
sometimes show up there.
Yeah.
And like us on YouTube, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, though, we'll see you guys later and drink up.